buzzbishop.com.
Okay, here's the other groovy thing about Iceland. All this hot water, what are you going to do with it? You're going to swim in it. Mandatory for all students to take swimming in school. But check this pool out. That, by the way, the water in there, 30 degrees Celsius. And all these little pools down here have all varying temperatures from 35 to 40 degrees. And everybody just goes and chills out. This pool's open 365 days a year. Even in the winter, that's a 30-degree pool down there. Alright, so this is more like it. This is Reykjavik in the summertime. It rarely gets above 11 degrees, 17 right now. Beautiful sunshine. I'm on the banks of Fjord. There's a pond here in central Reykjavik. 40 species of birds living here. It's beautiful and sunshiny, just a little bit of a chill in the air, kind of like late October. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is one of the main shopping streets in Reykjavik, Lovagavur. You see this a lot everywhere, the tax-free sign. If you spend more than 4,000 krona in a store, or about 60 bucks, you can get your thing stamped and get 15% of your value-added tax back. A lot of process. Anyways, this is the big shopping street, kind of like Robson. Lots of touristy stuff. Alright, there you've got the main church in Reykjavik. When the country was founded, the people followed the Norse gods, Thor and Odin, but they converted to Christianity. But with 150,000 people in Reykjavik, most of the churches are like this one. Lutheran, there's only one Catholic church. This is the main church because it's got this guy out in front. That's Leif Erikson. He discovered Iceland, and on the 1000th anniversary of the discovery of America, the Americans gave this statue to Reykjavik. Yep, Leif Erikson discovered it, not Chris Columbus. So this is what it's like when I'm going to be retired. Tour bus hell. All three of these buses are doing the same tour. We're doing the Golden Circle. This is our first stop in Hevgerti, which means hot springs garden. At first glance it might look like I'm at a grain elevator museum for Saskatchewan, but no, this is the first church in Iceland. This is Skaholt. Not really a huge religious history in this region. It converted from paganism to Christianity in the year 1000, and then 50 years later, this is where they got their first church. Beautiful area, but honestly, middle of nowhere.
Old Geysir, the original one, is the one here to our left now, where the people are walking.
Okay, we're coming up to Geysir. You say Geyser, they say Geysir. This is actually the first one in the world, and that's why it's called this. But the funny thing about this place is, look how everybody's assumed the position. Only about every 7 or 10 minutes does Geysir go up, so you gotta have your camera ready. And this is a little one. We're here at Thingvellir. I'll get to that in a second. It's the Assembly Plains. This is where the Althing was created, the first parliament in the world. But here's something you should know. Iceland's situated on the North Atlantic and European plates, which are separating at a rate of 2 centimeters a year. This used to be joined. This area was chosen because it was central for everybody in Iceland. They could meet here. It's kind of in the south of the middle, but also these rocks formed great podiums so that if you had something you wanted to talk to everybody about, you could stand up on a rock and everybody could look below. It turned into big festivals. People would come and meet and trade, and every couple weeks in June it was just a big old party here. So at 84 square kilometers, that's the largest lake here in Iceland. It's Thingvallavatn, and it's a perfect part from Thingvellir. Could you imagine camping on these banks? Beautiful place to get away from Reykjavik. But it's not going to happen. This is a national park, so the only way we're going to be spending any considerable amount of time is if I decide to jump. And I don't think it's going to happen. We're at another waterfall in Iceland. We're in the north, just east of Akureyri. This is Waterfall, which means waterfall of the gods. Called that because in the year 1000, Thorgir at the Althing chose Christianity over Norse religion, and to proclaim that fact, he threw his icons into these waterfalls and said all Icelanders should do that. So this is called Waterfall. Postcards talk about how Iceland is a moonscape. The astronauts actually came here to train in the 60s because the lava thought would resemble what it was like on the moon. This is an area that actually gets less rainfall than Reykjavik. It's basically a lava desert. Barren. Spectacular. Iceland, baby! We're on the island of Hekla in the Westman Islands. This is Eldfeld. And, you know, honestly, the name Iceland has to be a little bit of a misnomer. 30 years after the eruption, check this out. It's still steaming and it's still warm. Over just in the distance, you can see Mount Hekla. They used to say in Europe, go to Hekla. They believed it was the gateway to hell. It's the fire mountain. You've got all this new land, but now a little bit of a problem. Who owns it? People from the town wanted to come and claim it for their own. The government said, okay, if you can put a garden there, you can have it. But this is volcanic ash. This is a really windy area. If you can grow it, it's not going to stay. Only one person managed to grow a garden. An 80-year-old woman who has had more than 450 species of plants survive, when Icelandic fauna only has 300. It's a veritable oasis in the desert. So I'm on the cliffs where the puffins live, up high on these rocks up here. They stay just for the summer and then they spend the winter at sea. And if you look up in here, you can kind of see where the puffins live. They dig two holes. One is a bathroom and the other one is where they will raise their puffling. They stay together for life. One puffin male, one puffin female. This is where they live. Kind of look like penguins and fly goofy. This one is puffin. I forgot to cut it, so I'm just going to You know what? It tastes like guinea pig. So we're here at the Westman Island Golf Club. This is where they have a big festival, kind of like the Marymount Music Festival, long weekend in August, and this is usually filled with campers. You can't golf there. That was 2 weeks ago. It's going to be kind of difficult because of the crater behind me. The wind swirls, so check out the clubs that I have. 2 putters, 2 drivers, 2 4-irons, a 3-6. This is golf on the islands. It should be interesting. This is Iceland. Look how... no clouds, man. I can't even see where this ball is going to go. This course has been awesome today. Lagoon. This is actually created by accident. It's effluent from a hydro geothermal dam. They were pumping the water down into the lava and it just kept forming into a big pool, and then they decided to go swimming in it. You can see those guys over there. The sediment in the bottom has healing powers. It's good for your skin and stuff. And this is the Blue Lagoon. You're supposed to be able to put this stuff on your face, but it's just the white stuff. The black stuff's going to
BuzzBishop.com